Good luck.
Thanks.
Merhaba arkadaşlar. Hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün Indiana Tech'te eğitim, %100'e varan burslar ve Amerika'da kariyeri Abigail'den dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı questions kısmından sormayı unutmayın. Yes, Abigail, the stage is yours now.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name's Abby Miller, and I am looking forward to introducing you to Indiana Tech a little bit here today. I'm going to start off here. Let me get to my next slide. Yep, I've been at Indiana Tech for about 3 years or so now, international admissions counselor. And again, I'm excited to give you guys a little bit of an introduction to Indiana Tech and some of the programs that we offer. I'm going to start off by playing a video here that gives you an idea of what, kind of an introduction to Indiana Tech. Let's see if we can back up here. Looks like we got, sorry about that. Let me get to my slide here. Okay, let me scroll back up. Okay, here we are.
Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
Awesome. So that gives you a little bit of an introduction to Indiana Tech and some of the programs we offer, some of the little peeks at the athletic programs we have and everything like that. So Indiana Tech is a 4-year private university. We were founded in 1930. We have about 1,500 traditional undergraduate students enrolled. And as you can see here, about 17% of those students are international. And we have about 37 different countries represented on campus right now. 100% of our undergraduate international students receive scholarships, and we will go ahead and automatically assess you for scholarships once you apply. So you'll get, along with your acceptance letter, your merit scholarship or your athletic scholarship offer, whichever way you go there. Our average class size is about 16 students. Because we're a smaller school, you kind of have that advantage of that closer relationship between the student and the professor. You have those smaller classes that you can take advantage of, and you have more of that kind of one-on-one attention from the professor. That's something you really don't see at big schools where you have, 200 students in one class, and, it's hard to get a hold of the professor or connect with them that way. So with that small class size, you really get an advantage there. We have 26 sports teams on campus as well, and our campus has a really lively athletic atmosphere. So if that's something you're interested in and you want to be engaged in that, we also have that available on campus as well. So we're located in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and you can see on the map there, it's kind of in the Midwest region of the United States. The city of Fort Wayne is home to about 260,000 people, so kind of a mid-range big city. We were also ranked the 5th safest city to live in the United States. So even though Fort Wayne is a big city and you get that big city vibe, you also have kind of the safety and the affordability of kind of a Midwest, mid-range big city. People are also really friendly here, really open-minded, and really open to international students, and just really a diverse and welcoming environment. So we have 5 colleges and schools at Indiana Tech. The next few slides will highlight each one of the colleges, and we'll show you kind of the top 3 programs in each of the colleges. So feel free to look through these. If you see the program that you're interested in, awesome. If you don't see the program you're interested in, that doesn't mean we don't have it. There's a link at the bottom of each slide, and you can actually go there and look through the programs that we do have and see if you find the program that you're interested in there. I will mention as well, we are accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. Our engineering programs are ABET accredited, and we're also accredited by the IACBE. So going back, the Center for Criminal Justice, our most popular programs are Criminal Justice Crime Analysis, and then Criminal Justice and Forensic Science. Right here. It's throwing me off here. And then there we go. So College of Arts and Sciences, you can see here recreation therapy, exercise science, and then fitness and recreation are top 3 there. Those are really popular as well. So take a look at that. And then for our College of Business, you have sports management, business administration management, and then business administration human resources are top 3. Again, follow that link there and you can see exactly all those business programs that we do have. Business is one of our most popular programs at Indiana Tech. Then engineering, College of Engineering, we have biomedical engineering, mechanical engineering, and electrical engineering are our top 3. And so if you're interested in that, Indiana Tech is a great place, as well as our College of Business being really popular. Our College of Engineering is the next top school at Indiana Tech. Then computer science, we have cybersecurity, computer engineering, and computer science as our top 3. So yeah, international students are really welcome at Indiana Tech. We put a lot of effort and focus into welcoming diversity on campus, making sure international students understand the value that they bring to the classroom and to student life during their time here. So going into a little bit of the student life at Indiana Tech, we have 145 plus events each year, and these are over all different topics. You know, depending on what your hobbies are, your interests, you're going to find an event that fits your interest exactly. We have events going on constantly throughout the year. They're all free to students. We have a student life department that is really active in trying to engage students and make sure that the events that they want to see on campus are offered. So they're constantly checking in with students, asking them what they want to see on campus, and developing new events constantly. We also have an Office of Diversity and Inclusion that works with our student life department specifically to offer a wide range of events that promote cultural awareness and equality on campus. So you can see here some of the events we've had on campus. Up in the top right is Holi, which is one of the biggest Indian celebrations. We're getting ready to celebrate that next week, actually. And then our International Meet and Greet event, and then the posters you see at the bottom there were from our International Education Week that we celebrate each year, and that was from last year's celebration. So we also have over 60 student organizations on campus, ranging, you know, a really wide range of different focuses. So whether you want to join a mathematics organization or engineering, or for example, we have a multicultural club on campus that is run by some of our international students. And it's a mixture of domestic and international students, and their purpose is to promote diversity and cultural awareness as well. So they do events from, they'll go ice skating in the winter. They will go to take a day trip to Chicago to go to our Chris Kindle market. They will do different cultural nights on campus, such as they've done a night focusing on Africa. They've done a night focusing on Japan. So either regional or country focused cultural nights they'll do, which are really popular. And then we also have 26 athletic teams on campus. So here is just a list of the athletic teams that we have. As you can see, 11% of our student athletes are international. So it's a really good percentage there. I will mention our women's hockey team is brand new this coming fall. So that one was just added on there. But then you can see a list of teams there. If you're interested in any of those, we'll want to get you connected to a coach. And so you can talk through the recruitment process there. So residence halls, we have 7 different residence halls on campus. If you're coming in as a freshman, you'll be required to live on campus in one of these residence halls. We have both apartment and townhouse style living. We have your more traditional dorm style residence halls, private bathrooms, free laundry. So you don't have to worry about paying each time you want to do your laundry. So you can do laundry as much as you want, as much as you need to for free. Also, we have 24-hour access to resident assistants. So RAs, or resident assistants, are student employees who are each assigned to one hall of each residence hall. So you'll be assigned a resident assistant when you're moving in here to Indiana Tech, and they will be there just as a resource for you if you have a question about something, if you're struggling in any sort of area, or if you just have a question about Fort Wayne or the area or life in the US, you can always go to them and ask them, and they're kind of there to mentor you and make sure that you have everything you need to succeed. And then we also have 24/7 campus security. So if you need assistance on campus, no matter what time of day or what day of the week it is, you can have access to that. So a few of our best campus amenities I'll highlight, as you can see here on the screen. We do have a complete bowling alley. That's part of our recreation center that's free for students. They have all sorts of board games, different gaming things that you can do. They have like pool, air hockey, so different just things that you can go and just relax in between classes or on the weekends, and that's free for students. We have a variety of dining options on campus. So you'll get a meal plan, an all-you-can-eat meal plan, which you can use at any of our dining facilities. We have a dining hall that's kind of the main eating option on campus. And then we have a brand new bistro that opened up last fall, actually. They have really good burgers, pizza, salads, kind of your classic American dishes, really good options for that. And then we also have a Starbucks on campus and a brand new coffee shop that opened as well last fall. They have really good high quality coffee, breakfast options, pastries. So you'll be well prepared for good food here at Indiana Tech. We also have free textbooks. That's kind of included in your tuition there. So what that looks like is basically each semester you are registered for your classes, you'll go to our mailroom, pick up your textbooks that you need for that semester, and then at the end of the semester, you'll return the textbooks to the mailroom. So that's a really big deal. If you've known anyone who has gone to this school in the US, or if you are familiar with it at all, you know that textbooks can be really expensive, and that can really add up over the course of 4 years that you're here. That can be thousands of dollars that you spend on textbooks. So the fact that Indiana Tech has those for free is really a great advantage to students here. We have 24-hour computer labs. So if you need to pull an all-nighter to finish up that project or that homework assignment, you have access to that. And then we also have a movie theater on campus as well. And they play movies throughout the different year that you can go and see for free. And they'll give you popcorn and snacks for free as well. So kind of a fun option. And then I'll focus a little bit and talk about the student well-being focus here at Indiana Tech. I mentioned the Office of Diversity and Inclusion, but you can see here it's mentioned again, just to ensure, Indiana Tech's focus really is on promoting cultural awareness and making students feel welcome and taken care of and represented on campus. So they are really active, that you'll see when you get here. We have a fitness center that's free. So whether you're an athlete or not an athlete, you can use the fitness center whenever you need to. We also have an on-campus nurse and an on-campus mental health counselor. So this is a really big deal just because in the US, the cost of medical care can be quite expensive. So, say you have a mild cough or you're not feeling well, but nothing serious, you can go to our campus nurse and schedule an appointment with him. He'll take a look. He can prescribe you things or forward you on to a different facility if need be. And then our mental health counselor as well can make an appointment with you. We have 2 full-time counselors on campus, and they can sit down with you, talk through any issues you're having as far as adjusting to the US, if you're having anxiety, just anything along those lines. If you just want to sit down and talk through things, they're available for that. We also have an Office of Student Success on campus. They offer actually a number of resources for students. You can get free tutoring for specific classes. So, say you come in, with a certain math class that you're struggling with or a certain English class, you can actually meet up with them. There's a specific tutor designated for that class, and they'll go through and assist you, help give you tips on studying or homework assignments. Same with papers. If you are wanting someone to look over a paper that you're writing to give you any corrections or give you tips on that paper, you can use our writing center located in the Office of Student Success for that as well. And then they also do academic advising. So if you're looking to add a class, drop a class, change your schedule around, you can meet with your Office of Student Success advisor, and they will walk you through that process and help you add and drop classes as you need to. So you'll be assigned an Office of Student Success counselor or advisor when you first start at Indiana Tech, and then you'll have them as a resource throughout your time here to go talk with and get advice on your class schedule or tutoring services, anything along those lines. And then they also have our disability services center is in there as well. So if you, say you think you're struggling with dyslexia or ADHD, or you need extra accommodations that way, we can get you connected to our disability services coordinator and make sure that you're on track to succeed. So a little bit about our Career Center. They are a really robust department on campus that provides a wide range of events and services for students. They kind of house all of our internship opportunities on campus. So if you are taking a class that you need to do an internship for, or if you're just wanting to do an internship, you can go to the Career Center and they'll help you get connected to employers and try to help you find an internship opportunity. They also, during their open office hours, you can just walk in and get your resume looked over. They do resume building and reviews. And then they also do like mock interviews where they actually bring in employers, and you can sit down with a real employer and have a mock interview, and they'll give you tips on how to kind of act in an interview and what to say and kind of what things to focus on. They also have job fairs throughout the year. They'll have job fairs for specific colleges that you can go to and just make those connections. They'll help you build up your LinkedIn profile so that you can have a better social media presence and get those job offers connected as well. And then they also house our CPT and OPT career advising. So CPT and OPT, as an international student, you guys will be eligible for these employment authorization types. So when you get to that point, you can make an appointment with our CPT and OPT counselor, and she can help you apply for that through USCIS and get that approval and kind of walk you through those steps as well. So just a few international success stories. You can kind of see where some of our students have ended up. Some of the companies that they're working at now. So for example, we have Cecilia down there who's working at Audi in Germany. You see John Deere, Niagara Bottling, Wishbone Medical, a couple others. So just some places and different locations and different companies that our students are now working at. So I'll talk now a little bit about the application process. Our application is free. So If you're interested, but not totally sure what direction you want to go, you can go ahead and fill out an application, totally free, and we can get that application and decision process for you in just a few days. So I'll touch a little bit about the application process now. This is kind of an overview of what you'll see. Again, that first step is to submit your application. Just takes a few minutes. You'll create an account so that you can go back to your application portal and upload different documents at different times and do it that way. Once you submit all the documents that we need to accept you, you'll receive your admissions decision and your merit scholarship offer. If you're an athlete, then you would get that scholarship offer from the coach. Then once that process is over, there's kind of the secondary process, which is the immigration process. And during that time, we will issue you an I-20. We'll collect the documents that we need for that, issue the I-20, and then you'll go to the U.S. Embassy in Turkey or whatever other country you may be in, schedule that visa appointment. And then once you get your visa approved, you'll make your arrangements, travel to Fort Wayne, and then we'll get you settled into your dorm or apartment. So here are the specific documents that we require for international students. This is on the undergraduate side. So you can see here, as I mentioned, the application, your official high school transcripts translated into English. If you have taken any college credit or you think you'll be transferring in with some college credit, we'll need your college transcript. And then ACT and SAT scores. These are optional, so you don't have to submit them. But if you have taken the ACT or SAT and you want to send those to us, send them to us, and then you might be eligible for a higher scholarship with those scores, but they're not required. So then also we require the English proficiency scores. And then I have listed here the English proficiency that we accept. So you can see it's an IELTS at a 6, TOEFL at a 70, Duolingo English test at a 95, and then the PTE at a 48. So any of those English proficiency score tests, we will accept that, and then we'll have everything we need to issue your acceptance. For graduate students, it's very similar. We require the application, high school transcripts translated into English, and then also your undergraduate transcripts. And then again, the English proficiency scores, same thing, IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, or PTE we can accept. And then, excuse me, once you go through that application process, you get your acceptance letter, you've got that taken care of, then we'll move on to the immigration process. And then here you can see the documents that we require for in order to issue your immigration document or your I-20. So in order to do that, we'll need your proof of financial support, which can be in the form of a bank statement, a savings account, proof of salary, anything within that field. If you're not sure exactly, say you have a document that you want to submit as proof of financial support and you're not sure if it'll be accepted, just send us a quick email, describe the document, and we can let you know whether or not that's something we accept. And then in addition to the proof of financial support, we also require the sponsor's affidavit, which is a form that we'll send you. We'll provide that form to you. Your sponsor will fill that out, indicate that they're going to be sponsoring you financially, and then also we'll need a copy of your passport. Once we have those three things, we can go ahead and give you your I-20 so that you can start that visa application process. Okay, now on to a little bit about tuition and fees. So this kind of gives you a glimpse of what you'd be looking at as far as cost. Our tuition for a year is $28,356, and then a couple different fees that you would run into: student services fee, international student processing fee. The program fees are all dependent upon what major you're pursuing. For example, if you are studying exercise science, you might have a program fee. But if you're going in for business, there is no program fee for business. So you may or may not see that fee. We do require all students to have Indiana Tech health insurance. That's the 1823, and then various housing costs. So if you are looking for the complete cost sheet, go ahead and use that link there, and you can see a breakdown of all the costs there as well. And then similarly, the graduate tuition and fees, a little bit different. You can do either College of Business or College of Engineering at that 10, either 10,815 for the College of Business, 1026 College of Engineering, and then the cost of living we estimate about 10,000. And then that varies obviously as far as what apartment you find or what living facilities you find. Scholarships and aid. So 100% of our international students receive scholarships. The most common scholarship that you'll see is our merit scholarship. That is based on your GPA and your test scores if you do submit the ACT or SAT. So those range between $4,000 and $15,000 a year, all dependent on that GPA for the most part, and test scores, obviously, if you take that. We do have one full tuition scholarship that I'll focus on, which is the Presidential Scholarship. Indiana Tech gives out a handful of presidential scholarships per year, and that there is an application process for that where you have to write an essay and kind of submit that application. And then Indiana Tech would reach out to you as to whether you were awarded that presidential scholarship. And then athletic and esports scholarships. If you are being recruited for a sport, your athletic coach would provide you your scholarship offer. And then the esports scholarships. So if you're a gamer and you're interested in playing on our Cyber Warriors team, we have, let's see, I think it's Hearthstone, League of Legends, and Overwatch are the three. So if video games is something that you excel at, then you might be able to get a scholarship for that. So we do have quite a few virtual visit options. For you all, it's not easy for you to just drive on over and come for a campus visit. So for that reason, we've tried to develop our virtual visit options. You can sign up for a virtual campus tour, which is actually really cool. You will get connected to a student who has a headset on and is connected through Zoom, and they'll actually walk around the campus and talk about the different buildings and give you more of a personalized tour of, you know, if you're interested in business, some of the buildings that you'll have classes in, and then you can ask questions directly on that visit and they'll answer that. So it's really personalized. It really gives you the feel that you're on campus. And then of course, if you're interested in talking to your admissions counselor, you can book a virtual admissions counselor meeting. We'll connect with you on Zoom and just talk through any specific questions you have and answer those questions and give you more of a specific idea of some of the things that you'd be looking at Indiana Tech. So Fort Wayne, Indiana, again, is where we're located. From this view, you can kind of see it's taken from Indiana Tech campus, and you can see just how close we are to downtown Fort Wayne. So really close to restaurants, shopping, anything that you would need outside of what's available on campus. We were rated the most affordable city to live in 2018. So although we're a big city with a really developed downtown, it's really affordable. You're not going to break the bank by living here. And then we were also rated the 5th safest city to live in the US. So as far as affordability and safety, Indiana Tech is a really great option. Here's another picture that just shows you kind of exactly how close we are to Fort Wayne, to downtown Fort Wayne. You can see our campus there, and then on the left there where downtown is. So less than 2 miles. Driving is 4 minutes, and biking 7 minutes, walking 20 minutes. So we're connected to numerous trails as well. So if you like biking, you can take your bike right from campus and jump on a trail and do that. Or walking as well, you can use those trails. So a little bit about COVID-19 at Indiana Tech. I know a lot of people probably are wondering about that, kind of how we've been affected. Indiana Tech has been functioning completely in person for the majority of the time that COVID's been happening. We were closed for a small amount of time about a year ago around this time. Other than that, we've been operating completely in person. And we've had a handful of cases on campus, but our numbers have been really low. And that's just because Indiana Tech has taken quite a few precautions related to COVID-19 to keep students safe and to keep the campus functioning. So we do require masks on campus. You know, when you're walking around campus or when you're in your class, you'll have to wear a mask. at this time, and then classrooms are socially distanced. So just making sure that we can keep campus open and functioning as normal, so that you can go to class in person and you don't have to worry about going back and forth between online and in person. So so a lot of safety measures, and just keeping in mind that students have excelled much more in person, and that we want to keep it that way. So I'll skip this video just for time's sake, but keep in mind, let me jump out here. If you're interested in going back and watching this video, you can find it on YouTube. Just search Indiana Tech COVID-19, and you can see our student Navia there talking a little bit about her experience during COVID-19. And then just a couple different student testimonials. This is V from Vietnam, but I'm going to go ahead and play, if I can get here. So this is one of our students who recently graduated from the Czech Republic. He talks a little bit about his experience at Indiana Tech. So I'm going to go ahead and play this one.
My name is Adam Jonak. I'm a junior, and I'm studying sports management and human resource management. Hockey has been in my family over 100 years. So I was playing hockey in Michigan, trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. That's where the college coach, Frank, approached me, and he recruited me to come here. I think the biggest challenge that people from different countries, even me, I faced when moving to the States was the language barrier. So what I learned over the years is it's not good to be shy. It's good to talk to people and ask for help, because everyone is welcome to help. And as much as you talk and get through teachers, if you don't understand it, they're always welcome. They know that it's not easy for you. Well, I really appreciate the teachers, because me playing hockey here, I do miss a lot of classes because I have to travel with the team, and the teachers are really helpful. They help you manage your time, and they help you get through things even though you're not in class. The international services are really welcoming. Like, you have any problem, you run into anything, you go there and they help you as quick as they can. And for example, me, I'm traveling back to go home for Christmas on Sunday, and I had to get something done this week, and they did it in the same day. Like, they are really help the students out. Any problem they have multiple different people that can speak multiple different languages there. I think it's actually pretty special to work with a diverse group, because you learn so much about different parts of the world and different behaviors from different parts of the world. And it makes the group way more interesting and way more connected, because we have so much to talk about. It's never boring, and everybody has different opinions on stuff. Well, I think Indiana Tech is really great. I'm preparing me for my future. There's a lot of teachers that have unique teaching styles that prepare you for life, because they're not just going off the textbook. They're telling you their stories and what they had to do to overcome their problems in that specific way. When I see that flag in Endorf, or like when I walk in, I see my own flag, it makes me feel special, because I'm the only, as far as I know, I'm the only Czech student on campus. And for Indiana Tech to put on my flag just because I'm the only student here, it makes you feel very welcome. They want you to be here.
Awesome. So yeah, again, following up with those, we do have a few other student testimonials that I didn't quite have time for today, but feel free to check out our YouTube channel, and you can look through all our different student testimonials and kind of get an idea of some of the other experiences of international students at Indiana Tech. We do have a couple different social media outlets that we use. Definitely follow us on Instagram. Feel free to direct message us, or just look through and see what we're up to. We do update that quite frequently as far as different things that we're celebrating, events, and just things that we're up to. So definitely check us out there. And then you can also follow us on Facebook as well. And then here's our contact information. So feel free to take a screenshot of this or take a picture, and definitely send us an email, give us a call, or reach out to us and we can set up a Zoom call or a Skype call to talk to you one-on-one. So definitely reach out to us, and we are excited to hear from you. And then, so that's my general presentation. I did see that there were a few questions here, so I'm going to try to get through those and answer everything that I can. Let's see here. Okay, our first one. We have, what is the minimum GPA for engineering programs? If it's lower than 3.0, can we cover it with an SAT score? So our GPA for engineering programs is, it depends on the engineering program. The average GPA that we require is a 3.0, but we have like our industrial and manufacturing engineering program, we require a 2.9. And then our highest requirement is for software engineering, and we do require a 3.2 for that. So it kind of depends specifically on what engineering program you're looking at there. And then as far as covering it with an SAT score, an SAT score might increase your scholarship eligibility, but we do still require that GPA to be at that number, that 3.0 or 2.9 or 3.2, whichever is required for your program of interest. Okay, awesome. And then someone says, I used to live in Indiana for 3 years. I know your city and university. I was at your university campus. It's very prestigious. I do recommend your university to Turkish students. Awesome. That is great to hear. We are excited that you've been to our campus, and awesome. We want you guys to enjoy it and come and check it out and see if it's the right fit for you. And then next question, do you have any 2+2 dual degree programs and transfer student agreements with Turkish universities? We do not. You know, we're always kind of developing new partnership programs and trying to look into different agreements with different universities. So surely it could be something that we do in the future and that we pursue down the road, but we do not have anything like that at this time. And then we have the next question. I'm studying biomedical engineering. I want a master's degree. What is needed for this? Okay, yeah, that's awesome. So you're doing biomedical engineering in your undergrad, I'm guessing. So we do in our master's level programs, we have what's called Masters of Science in Engineering Management. And we also have Masters of Science in Engineering with a concentration in information systems. So those are our two engineering programs at the master's level. If you're interested in pursuing that, I kind of touched on this on the presentation, but you want to start with an application, which you can find on our website. And then on that website, you can also see just a little reminder of what documents we require. It'd be your bachelor's degree transcripts translated into English, English proficiency scores, and then your high school transcripts. And then how many Turkish students do you have in total? Right now we have 1 Turkish student. So we need you guys to come on over and represent, give your buddies some friends. But yeah, we currently have 1 Turkish student on the tennis team. So, but we've been doing some more recruiting in Turkey, and we're looking forward to welcoming some new Turkish students on campus this fall. I have a handful of applicants from Turkey at the moment. So looking forward to seeing you guys get added to those numbers. And then the next question, do you have any Turkish faculty members? Not that I know of. We're in the process of constantly hiring new faculty as well as our programs develop and grow. So again, maybe it's something down the road that we do welcome a Turkish faculty member, but I don't know that we have one at the moment. Can we get a conditional acceptance if we cannot meet the language requirement? So we do require you to have that language requirement before we accept you. If it's something, you know, say you're studying at a language school currently and you are expected to graduate that language program at the end of the semester and you apply during that semester, in that case, we could issue you a conditional acceptance. Otherwise, we do need those English language scores in order to give you an acceptance letter. Yep. If you are struggling with what language test might be best for you, feel free to reach out to us and we can send you the websites to the different tests that we accept. Okay, next question. Do you have any representatives in Turkey? We do not. Our staff will occasionally go on recruiting trips to different countries and go to fairs there, but we don't have a permanent representative in Turkey at the moment. So once COVID clears up a little bit and we're more freely able to travel, we'll be going back out and doing some recruiting trips, and maybe we'll go to Turkey and maybe we'll check you guys out. So if we are in Turkey, I will let you guys know. Just send me your email address. We'll get you put in the system, and I will email you guys if we ever end up in Turkey. Do you still have ESL programs? We do not. We have offered ESL programs in the past, but at this time, we just actually partner with an ESL program in another part of the state. So if you are looking to come to an ESL program, there's a couple that we could refer you to. And then once you graduate from that ESL program, you can come into Tech and we'll get you processed and get you accepted into Indiana Tech. So next question, how is the residence fees? Do you have out-of-campus apartment options? Which one would be more economic? So residence fees, it really depends on what residence hall you're assigned to. If you're coming in as a freshman and you're under the age of 21, then we do require you to live on campus. I can give you an example, the two most common freshman dorms that we have on campus are, the rate is $10,600-ish per year. And so that's the rate that you would pay for that. Once you are of the age of 21, or if you qualify, there's a couple different other options that allow you to live off campus. Most students, when they turn 21, is when they meet that requirement. At that time, you can apply to live off campus. And then it all depends. You asked which would be more economic. It really all depends on what apartment or housing complex you find. Some students will live in a house with a bunch of other students, and in that case, you can really lower those housing costs. Otherwise, if you get an apartment and you're living there on your own, it might be equivalent or more than Indiana Tech. So it really all depends on what housing facility you find. So next question, do we need to get a GMAT score for business master programs? Nope, we do not require the GMAT or the GRE. So if you're looking to apply to one of our business programs, master programs in business or MBA, you do not need to take the GMAT or the GRE. It's just going to be that application, your bachelor's transcripts, high school transcripts, and the English proficiency score, and we can get you accepted and you don't have to worry about that GMAT. So what ACT, SAT score is needed for Indiana Tech scholarships? So it really varies. You'll be able to get a scholarship as long as you meet our minimum SAT requirement of 970. But I can just give you an idea, for our top tier scholarship of $15,000, you have to have an 1170 on the SAT, which is equivalent to a 24 on the ACT. So it's kind of a score to aim for. If you can get that 1170 or 24 on the SAT or the ACT, then you would be eligible for a top merit scholarship of $15,000. So shoot for that, but as long as you get 970, then you're good to go. So next question, is there a computer engineering department and what is the tuition? Yes, we do have College of Engineering as one of our 5 colleges and schools at Indiana Tech, and we do have computer engineering. The tuition is going to be the same as all of our other undergrad programs, which is that 28 range. And then you may have, like for computer engineering, you might have a program fee of about, I think it's 17 or 18,000 is the program, or 1,700 or 1,800, I should say, not 1,000. So you would have that engineering program fee, but the tuition is going to be that same rate for all of our undergraduate programs. But yes, we do have a computer engineering program, and it's one of our most popular engineering programs. Next question, are you going to have a faculty-led short summer term Turkey study abroad program in the near future? Not that I know of. Again, something we would love to have down the road. We do have study abroad options. They're faculty-led. As you mentioned in the comment, they are faculty-led. And I haven't seen any that are planned right now to go to Turkey. But they vary, you know, we've had some to Japan, we've had some planned to Ireland, Italy. So it really all depends on the time of year and what faculty we have available to lead those study abroad trips. But we do offer study abroad, and they are faculty-led. How long does the application process take approximately? The application process, it really depends on how long it takes you to gather your required documents. We can get your application processed in as little as 3 to 4 business days. So as long as you get us all of your documents, if you have your application filled out, you have your high school transcripts ready to go, translated, you have your English proficiency score, I mean, really, in as little as 2 to 4 days, we can get your application processed and get you an admissions decision and a scholarship offer. And then from there, we would just move you on to that immigration process and start you through that visa application process. Next question, do you accept Duolingo? If we cannot reach language requirement, do you offer pre-sessional English? So we do accept Duolingo. You have to have a minimum of a 95 on the Duolingo English test, and then we can accept that as proof of English proficiency. Indiana Tech does not offer pre-sessional English, but I kind of touched on this a little bit earlier. We do partner with English schools in the state of Indiana. So if you're looking for an English school to apply to and you're not quite ready with that English requirement, let us know and we can connect you with an English program in Indiana. And then that makes it easier. You're already here in the state. You can graduate with your English there, and then we'll bring you into Indiana Tech for the start of your bachelor's program. Do you have partner companies which students can do internships? So we don't necessarily have partner companies that we kind of filter students to, but we do have a wide range of companies that our Career Center has relationships with, and they are aware of different open positions, and the companies are aware that Indiana Tech students are qualified and really good options for the positions. So we kind of have that more like networking connection where if you're coming in looking for a specific internship or a specific internship in a specific field, our Career Center can help you go through the different options of companies that you have to apply for and try to get you connected to an employer. That way you can kind of connect with them and apply for the internship through there. Have I ever been to Turkey before? I wish. I would love to go to Turkey. So I hope so someday soon, but I have not been to Turkey yet. So one of these days I will be there. Okay, next question. For international students, do scholarship covers the tuition fee and residence fees? So yes, they will go towards your tuition. Basically how it works is you have that total cost of tuition, fees, housing, insurance, and then whatever your scholarship offer is would just go, so you would have your bill with all the different fees on it, and then your scholarship gets added to that and then gets removed from that total outstanding balance. So it'll go towards your total amount that you owe to Indiana Tech with the program fees and tuition and everything kind of together. So I think that was all the questions that were there. Does that answer everyone's questions? Does anyone have any other questions, or would anyone like me to expand on anything?
Yes, Abigail, thank you for your answer. I think you covered all of the questions. By the time, could you please share your email address in the chat box so the participants can directly contact?
Definitely. Yes, for sure. Let me type it in here now. I look forward to receiving emails from you guys, answering any other questions. And then again, just send me an email. Let me know if you'd like to set up a Zoom call or a phone call, and I'd be glad to answer any other specific questions.
Yes, thank you very much for your great presentation, Abigail. Also, we had a good amount of questions, and you answered them all.
Definitely. Yeah, awesome. It was fun to be here and great to get to know everyone. And yeah, it seemed like it was a good turnout.
Yeah, we believe it was a really comprehensive and informative webinar for the attendees. Also, I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Indiana Tech ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için Abigail'in paylaşmış olduğu mail adresinden iletişime geçebilirsiniz. Yarınki webinarlarımızda görüşmek üzere. Thank you again, Abigail. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to be here.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.